Ruslan.
Did you feel comfortable trusting Goatee at that point? Because a lot of artists wouldn't, right? Like the label,
Yeah.
these older guys, and they're telling you like, hey, you really want to consider this singing thing. You really want to consider doing some of these crossover records to CCM
Right.
world. Like there's this other world out there that opens you up to a massive audience. And
Yeah.
a lot of rappers be like, no, I'm good my way, the
Bars.
highway,
Right.
right?
Right.
Gotta give them
Right.
bars, right? And you
Right.
didn't. You listened. So like,
Yeah.
what was that in you? Is it just because of the way you were raised? Is it because you just genuinely trusted that the people at Goatee had your best interest in mind? Like, what was it about
Yeah.
that you trusted them and stayed faithful to what they were encouraging you to do?
Yeah, that's a good question. Cause I think it was a little bit of a mix. Like, I definitely trusted them, but I definitely had that same thing. Like, I was like, man, nah, like I gotta give them the bars, all that stuff. But I think more often than that, like just because of the people that I had around me, my circle,
Mm-hmm.
like I knew my destiny. I knew you know what I'm saying? I knew where I was supposed to go.
Mm.
And I think God was showing me in that time, like I wasn't gonna get there without using every gift that he gave me. You know what I'm saying? Because
Amen.
it's like
Amen.
the sing, like if I'm not using the singing thing, that's something that he gave me. So I'm not using all of my gifts. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
So I think it was a mix between that because it started off like 18 came out right on time, and I'll definitely say like I'm grateful for Right on Time, One More Day, everything that gave me. But I took what they gave me and also put it with what I've learned over the years. And that's how you get like a Like You, the one that I got with Torrin and Toby now,
Mm-hmm.
where it's
Mm-hmm.
like, it's still singing, it's still, you know what I'm saying, that pop side. But like, if you listen to the album, I was talking to Dill about this the other day. Like, if you listen to the album, like, it flows seamlessly. Like, it feels like now, like, I'm putting it all together to
Mm.
where everything sounds like it's me. You know, it's like, oh, this is an Aaron Cole album. It has everything. It comes together. When I feel like before, it was like you had this side of me, you had the Right on Time, you had the CCM side of me, and then you had the hip hop side of me. And so I feel like my fans was like, okay, which one is he going to give us? When like this album, I feel like it's just like coming together of like, okay, man, I'm taking what they gave me, I'm taking what Derek gave me, I'm taking what God gave me, and I'm putting it all together to make who Aaron Cole is. So
That's dope.
yeah.
That's really cool. And I think sometimes gluing it all together and making
Right.
it feel seamless can be the hardest part when you're multi-dimensional and you can do kind of
Right.
multiple things. How much of your, like, how much were you able to glean from Toby Mac directly in terms of that relationship? And talk a little bit about that in terms of, because he did, he you know, the tours, all that kind of stuff. Like he did obviously signing you to Goatee, but talk about that relationship and how much you were able to glean from him personally.
Man, yeah, a lot. Like, and when I talk about the character stuff, like that's something that I learned from him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Toby, no matter who you are, like since I was 15, nobody know my name. So now, like anytime I text Toby, it's a text right back. You know what I'm saying? If my pops text Toby, my pops text Toby after Toby won his like whatever like 6th Grammy. Toby texts him right back, man. Appreciate it, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's moments where you like, man, he don't got to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so that the most thing that I've learned from Toby, like besides music, besides, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff, because he's definitely taught me a lot of that. Like I feel like that's my big bro for real. Like he was definitely in the trenches with me a lot. It's the character. Like I can always lean on, you know what I'm saying, Toby to show me how to treat people and how to, you know what I'm saying, handle situations. Even a situation with, you know what I'm saying, his son passing. Like I was close to Truett and all that. And I remember I went to the funeral, and just Toby's like heart and Toby's like view of it was just like crazy to see, like how tapped in he be to God. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, that's a lot of the stuff of handling situations and stuff like that I learned from Toby, and he's been with me. Like anytime I want to call him, like he always answer the phone and stuff like that. So it's been dope.
Does he give you a lot of freedom with the music, or is he kind of hands on, or like how does that that flow?
Definitely now, like I literally, this album, I kind of like just turned it in. Like the only time that he kind of like spoke in was like when we started working on Like You. So we had the studio session together and stuff like that. And we just was chopping up about the album. I showed him some of the songs and stuff like that. And he, you know what I'm saying, he gave his 2 cents and stuff like that. But I think he trusts me now, you know what I'm saying, like how I trust him with certain stuff. Like he just trusts me with the vision that I have for my music. Because a lot of artists, and he tell me all the time, like even some of the artists that he has signed, like he has to be more hands-on because they don't have a vision for it or don't know where they want to go. And that's just not me. Like I know, like if I'm making an album, I know where I want to go with it. I know what I want to do with it. So I think he trusts me with it. So
yeah, I think that says a lot about him in terms of being so secure in who he is to sign an artist who has a vision and who can work autonomously without needing to be told what to do or how to do it. I mean, you said you guys, I mean, he's literally had input on one song and the rest of the album. You turn it in and they pushed a button on it. That's really, I think that says a lot to his state of mind and also just him as a visionary to be willing to look and say, hey, we need someone like Aaron because he's going to be the future of this label and what we're doing and all that kind of stuff. So I think that's really encouraging to hear. I don't think I've ever met Toby in person, but every time anyone speaks of him, it's always very positive things. It's always like, man, the dude is the real deal. He's solid. He's A1. So that's dope to hear, man. So tell me, like, where is Aaron Cole see himself? Like, where do you want to go? I mean, obviously, you've been growing incrementally. You've done the tours. You've done the double work. Like, you've done all the things in terms of at this stage. But is it just kind of like consistently being faithful to where you're at and wherever God takes you? Or do you kind of have a specific trajectory that you'd like to be at in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years?
Yeah. I definitely think I'm grateful. I'm grateful for where I'm at. But I definitely see myself, and even like just when I like talk to God about what's going on with me and stuff like that, like I definitely see myself like bigger than what I am now, not just for me, but I think the people that he wants me to reach and that I feel like nobody else can reach right now with the, you know what I'm saying, just the things that he's giving me, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody has their own, like there's people that Dill can reach that I can't reach. There's people that RG can reach, you know what I'm saying? There's people that Torrin Wells can reach that I can't reach. But I feel like there's a specific group of people that I feel like God's called me to reach that I haven't reached yet. And so I think I'm not to that place yet. That'll be the one thing. And then 2, I feel like I'm not in the place of where I can, you know what I'm saying, give the people that I want opportunities, those opportunities yet. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still in that thing of like me trying to get to that solidified place.
Kingstream Entertainment, Ruslan.
Hey, thank you so much for making it till the end of this video. Remember to hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed. I wanted to tell you about a free upcoming course I am putting together at mastermyhabits.com. When you sign up right now, you'll be the first to be notified about the course. And in the meantime, you'll immediately get access to a playlist going over my journey on how I went from addiction to freedom forming habits. So make sure to hit that link in the description. I'll see you on the next video.